Welcome everyone to HFN, also known as HueFin News. Today is February the 3rd, 2021, and we're going to give you all an update, price prediction, and the market for Bitcoin. But before I go into that, if this is your first time watching our video, make sure before you go, if you all appreciate getting the heads up as to where we're expecting price to be, make sure you hit the like button, share the video, also subscribe to this channel. Now, I also want to plug you all in on our other channel to where we predict stock prices and their movement. So make sure you join us there. If you're not subscribed on that particular channel, make sure you head on over after you complete this video and make sure you subscribe to make sure you stay in tuned to what we're following in the stock market. So you can already tell that our expectation for Bitcoin on our last prediction was right here. We predicted the market on the 21st of January for Bitcoin for it to go lower in price. And we had a TP price at around $30,000. And you can see that the trap has maintained that price as support. So let me just give you a visual depiction of that actually occurring, because this area has propped up the market in Bitcoin. And we've seen that multiple times. I mean, it started here on the 5th of January, also on the 11th, and it did it on the 21st, the 22nd, the 27th of January, as well as the 28th. All of those times were indications that the trap was laying down for us, letting us know that the market's going to hold support there. So that area, $30,000 going forward, I'm giving you all a heads up now, is going to be crucial for Bitcoin to go higher in price. Okay. So looking at that, you guys can see that we had plenty of opportunity to come and TP the market in Bitcoin, which is about 8%. So congratulations, you're able to skim off a little bit in Bitcoin around that $30,000 area. We ultimately had it around 28, and the market barely did it the next day of us doing our prediction, but it didn't reach it, right? So skim off a little bit right there around $30,000, 7.25%, 3/4% there. So let's go ahead and get rid of that and let's update the market, okay? Because we've seen a lot of emphasis into this particular space for Bitcoin that the price is going to continue to go higher. And over the last couple of days since our last prediction in Bitcoin, it definitely looks that way. And the first thing that we already stated was that the trap has identified to us that $30,000 is going to be maintained as support. And that is a good thing for this price in Bitcoin to continue to see higher movement. The next thing I want to transition over to is to show you that the trend in Bitcoin is still higher price movement. See? So the overall market direction in Bitcoin is still higher price. The only reason as to why the market came down towards this $42,000 price was because we was overextended, i.e. simply meaning we were trading away from the actual market trend. And we came back in line with that trend towards the end of January. So we're seeing the increase in price right now. So we have the market in Bitcoin maintaining this upside trend, which is positive. And we also have the trap showing us that it wants to hold $30,000 as support. Those are all good things in order to see this market in Bitcoin go higher in price. Now, the next thing we want to pay attention to is the longer time frames to see whether or not Bitcoin is going to be whether or not Bitcoin will continue to see higher price action. And so far in this 3-day time frame, I mean, the market in Bitcoin definitely looks to see that. You can also tell on the 3-day time frame, I want to show you this, that this area is restriction, which is around $36,000, almost $37,000. That area is restriction. Hence why we're seeing the market in Bitcoin failing to break above that number right now. Ultimately, it's $38,000. Okay. That is the next area of restriction into the market in Bitcoin. Based off the 3-day price time frame, I'm definitely eyeing the market in Bitcoin trying to tag that $38,000 area. And then the next level to achieve, it's going to be around 40,000. Okay. 5-day time frame in the market in Bitcoin, you all can see here that, yeah, the market in Bitcoin has definitely seen some selling on that last completed 5-day price bar. It's seen a lot of it. And in the next day and 13 hours, if we close above that on this current one, which is right here, we would definitely expect the market in Bitcoin to go higher in price. Now, we're already eyeing 38,000 for restriction. That would be the next location that we would be expecting to see sellers right there. Okay. What about on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin? Weekly time frame, you guys can see over the last 3 weeks, with this high volume here at the bottom, the market has definitely endured some selling. Like the participation of the market around this $30,000 to $38,000 level has been nothing, for the most part, selling. Now I want you all to pay attention to see how the trap has responded to that selling. He hasn't responded negatively to it. In fact, it seemed like he has been receptive and held open his bag to grab as many of these Bitcoins as possible. Someone was in this market buying up Bitcoin at these prices for it not to fall drastically on the amount of volume that is coming through. I.e., you might have heard of Michael Saylor, MicroStrategies. He recently did a tweet stating that he went ahead and bought more Bitcoin. Now, could this be the reason why the market in Bitcoin hasn't fell? Could be. But nevertheless, we can see that the market overall has taken the brunt of the selling quite well. So we wouldn't be expecting, in this instance, the market in Bitcoin to go lower. Not yet. So let's go ahead and look at the market in Bitcoin on the monthly time frame, since we're starting out a new month. And here, this month of January, we got to be a little bit cautious though. Okay, from a longer standpoint, the market in Bitcoin definitely saw some profit take. We haven't seen this much volume since Bitcoin was trading all the way down here towards $6,000 during the month of March 2020. So definitely trading all the way up here towards $40,000 is definitely letting us know that there has been selling. All right. We need to be cautious of this in the long term, i.e., I'm saying from the monthly perspective and longer, that the market in Bitcoin has a massive hurdle to cross in order to see this move a higher price. Okay, so we're not going to do a prediction for Bitcoin from a monthly basis and onward, but rather we're going to do this from a daily time frame. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this real quick. Let you all go. And we're going to continue to expect the strength into the market in Bitcoin, right? So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to try to hold that support alongside this ascending line, okay? This forecast will be valid so long as price trades above this line. Break the line, this is invalid, okay? So ultimately, if the price of Bitcoin breaks below $32,000, this forecast is a loss, okay? Now, $38,000 is where we would TP the market, where we would expect to skim off some of this profit and take the lick. $38,000, which is 5.25%. Congratulations, catching that particular move. But we're going to bring it down to around 40. Okay, so what it looked like is that the trap is going to try to make all-time highs. He's going to try to do it at least over the next couple of days. So that's going to be our expectations. That $30,000 area has held firm as support. The market in Bitcoin is still trending alongside this ascending line we got drawn on our chart. Definitely looks like the market's trying to go higher. So that's what we're going to play on this forecast. Now it's your turn. What are you playing? Are you looking for the market to go higher, lower, or just simply trade sideways? Tell us with a comment in the comment section, and also tell everyone where would you TP out at in the market. Make sure you maintain a profitability. Now you know what to do. Go trade different.